Welcome back, Ravi here. Today I thought I will do the YouTube video. The reason or the main reason is I did share one indicator, which is the multi-timeframe SuperTrend indicator earlier today. And then a lot of people started asking questions on how to use it. So you would have got the link from me through the Twitter. So if you have got the link, in that link, if you open the link, you will get two files here. So the first is this one, the documentation. So the documentation, I don't think you need to worry right now at this point of time. But this got, I think, 3-4 pages. I will anyway explain this documentation in a moment. But right now, we are more interested on this particular thing. So let me copy paste this as soon as you get the code. You copy paste this entire code. This is almost like 250 lines or so. And you come here. Let's start with Scratch so that you will understand. So now this is Scratch. So I'll come here. I'll get up. I'll close this. Once you come to TradingView, I think you need premium subscription. And let's say create new, and then you have three options here. So select the indicator and then get rid of this entire thing and then save this. So once you save this, once you paste this, you need to save. So you may get option like to you will get something like this, but then I will say YT video. Okay, all right. So you can give any name, whatever you want. And so once that is done, you will have to do add to chart. So once you add to chart, the entire signals would actually start appearing. The beauty of this particular indicator is it has both the 1 hour time frame and also 15 minutes time frame into the same indicator. It's not required for you to set up two different screens to really look at how these indicators are actually, how the super trend is working. And it really doesn't matter whether you use 15 minutes or 1 hour or even 5 minutes, it still works the same way. It's not required for you to worry about what kind of time frame that you're using. Let's say just for the example, I'm using 15 minutes. And also what I'll do is I will quickly get on to options first rather than in stocks or index. So options, I'll come back to stocks in some time, but right now let's look at what kind of strategies that somebody can use on the options. Let's say we'll go a little bit back, and then we have something like this, right? So maybe I'll come here. So which is this is August 15th. So once you apply the thing, this is not required. So this is August 5th, 9:30. We got the bear put. So bear put, when it would happen, so when the price is below the 1 hour super trend and also the price is below the 15-minute super trend, then it's basically it is telling that there is a good bearishness in the market. So that's where you will have to get into bear put spread. Let me give an example of a bear put spread, right? So currently, let's say if you get a bear put signal, so this is sensible. So you have two options, right? You can do bear call spread, you can do bear put spread. Bear put spread, the advantage is your margin would be little less, and then in case if the trend goes in your way, you can make good amount of money. So that's the main intention. Again, the suggestion is to not to do this trade without doing forward testing. So this is something that you can also do something like this also, bear condor. Provided this actually goes somewhere, sits here. So any of the bearish strategies technically you can take there. I leave the call to you, but then my preferred option is a bear put spread or the bear call spread. The reason is when the market actually doesn't go in line to your view, we will not get into a lot of losses. So that's very important. So we should not get into losing too much money while trading. So that's the intention. So now let's go back here, right? So now we are at August 15th, right? So let's say August 15th, August 5th here. So you got the signal, and then if you look at carefully, we got a triangle signal here. Imagine that you are already in the, so let me also explain when you get this triangle. Triangle you will get when 15 minutes actually gets broken, and it is in between 1 hour and the 15 minutes. Okay. So if you're already in the bull put spread, which is a one directional, right? So here, when the market is reversing, you have two options. So you can probably exit the bull put spread, and then you can get onto a triangle. The triangle involves, if you're trading, I'm sure you know, selling a put and also selling a call. Um, that's um, that's what you can do. But I think the only one warning is, for example, if you're here and then if you're in a bull put spread and if you're trying to make a triangle, you will end up doing a inverted triangle. So I think that inverted triangles are definitely confusing. The best option is you would exit the trade here and then come back to something like a triangle here, which involves selling the call option and the put option. And then here you got a buy call signal, but unfortunately the signal did not live for long, and again it got converted to triangle. So this you need to look at a bit carefully between the bull call and then the triangle, or the bull put and the triangle. So whenever there is triangle, my daily should exit the existing trade and then get to the triangle. But then thing is, sometimes it will look like you have too many signals, right? But then suddenly you will get some very good trending signals. For example, if you take August 13th, this signal came almost at 12:15. So pretty much it stayed till August 22nd. So this is almost like 3 weeks kind of a thing. And if you're able to capture any of the signals, it's going to be quite fruitful. So I think these signals probably will end up either not making much money, to be honest. And you will also get into, let's say, doing some strangles and then some of the spreads there. But then the thing is, we never know when the signals would come, right? So that's the reason it's always good to be on the trade. And whenever you get the signal, you will be able to catch that signal. That's which is very important. So now let's get to stocks or the index as well. So now if we have the stocks or index, so here you get to two things. One thing is a simple buy. Simple buy is basically when the 15 minutes actually breaking the super trend. That's where you'll get the simple buy. And when 1 hour is also breaking, you will get the strong buy. The ideal approach here is, let's say if you're doing, let's say, stock buying or the future buying. So you would start here. Maybe if you want to buy 10 lots, you would do 5 lots here, and remaining 5 you would actually go and then buy here. But then you imagine that you will get the signal here, right? So then you'll have to exit at least one lot here and then wait for this lot to make some money. The reason is this is still in profit, but this could be a bit of a neck to neck. You would have probably lost some money or gained some, or maybe closed at the exactly zero cost. I'm not talking about the ST10 and the brokerages, but at least from the price to price kind of a thing. Suppose if you're still in the signal, then you again got a strong buy here. So you have 5 lots here. Again, we'll get into one more 5 lots, and then this pretty much continued until again August 21st or whatever. So this is for stocks, and this is not only for futures, or you can simply buy and sell the stocks also. But then these stocks, as I said earlier, this entire strategy is basically is going to work for the positional trades, not for the intraday kind of a setup. I mean, I did share some strategies for the intraday earlier in a few of my indicators. Do look at my Twitter feed or the X feed so that you will understand some other strategies as well. So I think that's all. And also here you got to see beautiful numbers here. So here pretty much it is saying 1 hour is bearish and then 15 minutes is bearish, and then you will also get the crossover. This is the cross price. When it is cross price, it doesn't show immediately. It actually shows the next candle. Just be aware of that. So, and also you will see current price. So technically, the crossover is 24,961. So let's see if you took the your strategy entry here. So it's 961 minus 710, which is almost like 250 points or so, or 150. Yeah, 250 points or so. And then the current ST price is this one. This you can use like a stop loss. Either this or this, depending on your risk appetite. So this I have used Nifty, right? So let me pick up SBI for instance. So if you look at stocks, perhaps some of the momentum stocks, for example, let's look at Infosys, for instance. So if you look at Infi, yeah. So if you look at Infi, Infi gave a strong buy signal sometime on 19th August, and then this kind of continued until here, and in fact until here. So there was a sell here, but then again the other super trend did not really support it. So when we get this signal here, this pretty much lived until 26th August, which is basically almost like 7-8 days. That is in fee. If we take BSC, BSC we have. I mean, this is one of the most volatile stock, right? So we got a sell signal on 31st August. This is, I think, when the news came that the weekly expiries are going to go off. So that's where the signal came. And then after that, it never picked up after that. Let's say somebody sold this year or even the future or whatever, I think there is a good money to make. I think if I go back to even past, it's very similar. So, I mean, these stocks, probably I think I'll also look at MCX. MCX also gave some good signal generation, I believe. Let's look at. This is also one stock moves quite violently. So this also gives some signals here and there. So have a look at it. And let's say if you're not interested in doing the, as I said, futures are the stocks, you can get into options. And then this also would be quite useful in case if somebody wants to play around this. So I think SEBI, remember, has a regulation that we can only show 3 months back data. But I think this is an indicator. This is not a directly a buy or sell recommendation. So I think that's my bits. I think it's okay. But I think I mean, irrespective of whichever time frame that you use, how long you would go, it's how long back you would go, it's same thing. Suppose MCX gave a buy signal on April 9th, and then it was valid until pretty much here, which is April 25th. As I said, you got to see multiple things here, and then now signal gave it as a bear put signal here. But then if I change this to stocks, this gave a strong sell kind of a thing. And also it gives when the signal came in, so that this is obviously this is the latest one, so I'm not going back in the time. So this is as it stands today. So, but then if I do a replay, these values would get changed. So let me do a replay for some time, and then you will see how these values get changed, right? So have a look at the table once, and that would give you a good sense of how these values would get changed. And also right now, if you look at this, right, 14th July, we got the signal for 1 hour, and then 14th July 9:30 a.m. we got signal for 15 minutes, I think. So yeah, now as you can see, there is a change in the date here. This became Thursday because there was a signal here. I think this is as simple as it, and then that's all. I hope you would use and then enjoy the feature, and then happy Vinayak Chauthi or happy Gauri Ganesha festival if you're in Karnataka, and happy Vinayak Chauthi if you're in Andhra Pradesh, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi if you're in the other parts of India or world, and have a great remaining day. Bye bye.